Hello and welcome to this APS snippet. This snippet is about the supplier preferencing matrix. This matrix comprises of two axes. The horizontal axis is about the attractiveness of the account from low to high, and the vertical axis is about the value of the account from low to high. When we talk about the attractiveness of the account, this is the amount of appeal that the account has to the supplier. So from the supplier's perspective, do we pay on time? Are we a sustainable business? Are we an ethical business? Are we trustworthy? Are we a business that's easy to work with? The value of the account is more straightforward. This is the amount of money that a buyer pays to a supplier. So the higher the value of the account, the more money we're giving to that supplier. The module comprises of 4 quadrants: core, develop, nuisance, and exploitable. So if we take core as the first quadrant, this is where the supplier sees our account as attractive and we spend a lot of money with that supplier. So in this instance, we would be an established client to the supplier. We would be integral to the success of their business, and we would have a long-term relationship with them. For those of you that have watched my snippet on the Kralchik matrix, you will know that I talk a lot about chocolate cake. If I have a chocolate cake business, I would hope that a supplier of flour sees me as core. The next quadrant is develop. In this situation, the attractiveness of the account is high, but the value of the account is low. We're probably not spending very much money with the supplier, but they see us as an opportunity for growth. They want to develop a long-term relationship with us. So thinking about my chocolate cake examples, this could be something like edible glitter, something that's quite bespoke, a supplier of this item, but they might have other items that they could supply to us. So they see an opportunity to develop the account. The top left quadrant is exploitable. Here we see that the attractiveness of the account is low, but the value of the account is quite high. In this situation, we might be a one-off customer to a supplier. There might be no opportunity for growth. So the supplier might try and maximize profit from us, i.e. exploit us. This could be a supplier of electricity. The final quadrant is nuisance, the bottom left. Here, the attractiveness of the account is low and the value of the account is also low. Again, we could be a one-time client to the supplier, limited or no growth opportunity, but here we're difficult to deal with. We may not pay on time. We might not be ethical. We might be very, very demanding. Example of a product here could be the cardboard packaging boxes for my chocolate cakes. So if we think about this in accordance with the Kralchik matrix, a supplier that sees us as core, a high value account, a high attractive account, could be a strategic supplier to us. A supplier that sees us as develop could be a bottleneck supplier for us. A supplier that sees us as exploitable, we could see them as leverage. And finally, if we're seen as nuisance, this could be a routine supplier from our perspective. So when we're looking at the supplier preferencing matrix, we can also think about it in accordance with the Kralchik matrix. If we've got a situation where a supplier sees us as core, but we're buying a routine item from them, this isn't a good match. Similarly, if we've got an item that we buy from a strategic supplier, but they see us as exploitable, that's not the best balance for the relationship to move forward. So categorize how you think your suppliers see you, and then overlay how you see them. Hopefully, all will work. Everything will be as it needs to be. But this could be an opportunity to establish any problems, or it might help you to understand any reasons why the account isn't working as it should be.